have now a reading about plastic pollution or how plastic is destroying our planet. And the reading is called A Planet Poisoned by Plastic. So we got here, this reading is divided between 2 pages, okay? And we're going to read it to answer these questions in exercise 4. So we are going to read the true or false sentences here, and then you're going to go to the reading passage. And remember, you can go back to the vocabulary video, so this way you can make a revision on the vocabulary before you start reading, because we have words like lethal, staggered, pristine, dumped, and we have flex, soiling, right? And also clogging, swamped, swirling, and gobble, like gobble up, and impose. So you can start reading the question now, and then you're going to read the passage, and then we're going to answer them together. So take 3 or 4 minutes to finish this reading, and then let's answer together. I hope you pause the video to finish the reading, and now let's answer these sentences together and check which one is true or false. So number 1, Hawaii is protected from rubbish because of its position in the Pacific Ocean. What's your answer, true or false? False. Perfect. So false, because although Hawaii is isolated, it still has a big problem with plastic rubbish on its beaches. That's very good. Now let's go to number 2, volunteers. So let's have this one here. We can have like false in front of it. Now let's go to number 2, volunteers clear the nurdles from the beaches. Is this true or false? Well, false again. If you remember, the nurdles were very small, like small pieces of rubbish. They cannot be really collected by hand. So the volunteers actually collected the bigger parts of trash. So this one is also, no, it's false. Yes, number 2 is false. And let's go to number 3. The sea makes the nurdles smaller and smaller. True. Yes. Number 4, 600,000 tons of plastic rubbish is polluting our seas. Nope, it's false. Why is it false? Because they mentioned in the article that this is the amount of the plastic dumped into the sea every day, not the total amount. Number 5, factories are reducing the amount of plastics they produce. Oh, wish if it was true, but no. Actually, it's false. In the first 10 years of the 21st century, they were throwing more plastic, or they are producing more plastic than all of the 20th century. Really bad, I know. Now let's go to number 6 to read it together. There are 3 major ways that plastic is ruining our planet. True. Most of the plastic garbage is made up of plastic bags, bottles, and packaging. Again, true. Bangladesh and Modbury have something in common. Yes, that's very good. Now you can check the answers and match them with yours. And let's move to the next exercise. So we have this small matching exercise here. Can you match a word in A with a word in B? So let's do them together. Number 1, turquoise. Turquoise sea, yes, very good. And infinite, let's first match them together. Turquoise sea, okay. And we have infinite number, yes, like infinite number of plastic. Yes, excellent. All right. And here we go with number 3, grains of, let's check grains of what? Can you help me? Grains of sand. Yes, that could be very good. Here it is. Food. That one is really famous, don't you think? Yes, food chain. Very good. Mountain of rubbish. Yeah, you can say mountain of rubbish. Really bad. Sea currents. Excellent. Sea currents. Sea currents, they have created huge garbage patches in the oceans, for example. And then we have single-use water bottles. And then we have throwaway society that we are paying a little price for because of the amount of plastic that we throw away. That's very good. Now let's check the vocabulary one more time quickly before we leave this part to make sure that we remember the meaning of all of them. So let's match the words together. So we have lethal, like poisonous, dangerous, very good. Staggered, shocked or surprised. Pristine, almost new in a good condition. Dumped, thrown, or you get rid of something. Flecks, like small dots or spots of something. And then soiling, to be destroyed or dirty. And these are the nurdles here, if you can check them, small plastic. Clogging, blocking. Swamped by, drowned by water or covered by water. Swirling, garbage, you know this movement here? Yes. Gobble up, like to be eaten in big amounts and very fast. And impose a tax, which means to force a tax on plastic bags for countries to pay this amount of money. Now let's move to the last 2 pages in our unit. Now we got here some vocabulary to help us, hone our vocabulary skills. Now we got the verbs make and do. They can come with so many expressions. For example, plastic makes our lives easier. Bags and bottles make up most of the plastic garbage. 70 local volunteers were doing their best to remove tons of garbage. In Bangladesh, they have done away with plastic bags. So you can say, if you add something very small, a preposition or another word to the verb make or do, you can have a new meaning, or you can use it with different words. So we have here some words and we need to divide them, which one would take make and which one would take do. So I'm going to give you like a second here to think. So we have a good impression, research, a good job, business, a profit or a loss, a degree, arrangements, your best, an effort, a decision, a start or a move, somebody a favor, a difference, something clear, a suggestion. Now let's take it together. Do we say make a decision or do a decision? Make a decision. That's very good. Now let's take a minute to answer that, and we're going to check it together. Okay, so let's do it. We have make. Let's start with make. So we can say make a decision or make a good impression. Yes, like when you see someone for the first time, that's an impression. Or make arrangements, make a difference, or what else? Make a profit or a loss. Excellent job. Make a start or a move, or make a move. Make something clear. Okay, make something clear. And then make an effort, right? And the last one, make a suggestion, right? Like to give someone a suggestion. So you can make a suggestion. Now let's go with do. We can have do business, do research, or do your best. Very good. And we have do a degree, do a good job, right? And the last one, do somebody a favor, like to help them or do something good for them. Now let's complete these sentences with some of the expressions in this exercise, in exercise 2, and we're going to listen and check. So get ready, get your pen and paper, take notes, listen, and complete.
Tape script 2.5. 1.
When you go for a job interview, it's important to make a good impression.
2.
I think we're all getting tired. Can I make a suggestion? How about a break?
3.
A lot of research has been done into the causes of cancer.
4.
I think the director is basically doing a good job. He's reliable, he's honest, and he gets results.
5.
I'd like to make it clear right now that I am totally opposed to this idea.
6.
Right. I think we should make a start and get down to business.
7.
I don't mind if we go now or later. It makes no difference to me.
8.
Could you do me a favour and lend me some money?
All right. Are you ready to check the answers together? So we have number 1. When you go for a job interview, it's important to make a good impression. Yes, to make a good impression. Yes, excellent. Now let's go to the second sentence. I think we're all getting tired. Can I make a suggestion? How about a break? Yes, very good. So can I make a suggestion? Nice. I'm gonna try to get it here. Okay. Now let's go to number 3. A lot of research has been done into the causes of cancer. A lot of research has been done. Yes, like do research. Number 4, I think the director is basically doing a good job. Yes, doing a good job. He's reliable, he's honest, and he gets results. That's very good. Reliable, like you can count on him. Number 4, I'd like to make it clear right now. Yes, I'd like to make it clear right now that I'm totally opposed to this idea. Yes, opposed to this idea, like I don't agree. I'm like the opposite of this idea. I don't like it. I'm against it. Number 6, right? I think we should. Do you remember? Right? I think we should make a start and get down to business. Yes. 7, I don't mind if we go now or later. It makes no difference to me. It makes no difference to me. Yes. Could you do me a favor? Yes. Could you do me a favor and lend me some money? Do me a favor. Excellent job. That is another exercise down, and let's complete. Now we're going to match a line with a line in A with a line in B, okay? Now let's listen, and then we're going to check them together.
Tape script 2.6. 1.
She's made the big time as an actress. She can command $20 million a movie.
$20 million? Nobody's worth that.
2.
We'll never make the airport in time. The traffic's too bad.
Look, I think it's starting to move.
3.
What does she do for a living?
She's a corporate lawyer.
Ooh, that sounds boring.
Boring it may be, but it's really well paid.
4.
You'll all have to do more overtime and work weekends.
That does it. I'm going to look for another job.
Leave if you like, but it's the only way this business will survive.
5.
How much do you want to borrow? £20?
Great, that'll do fine.
Just pay it back when you can. No hurry.
6.
How much Spanish do you speak?
Well, I can make myself understood.
Really? You sound pretty fluent to me.
7.
I hear the boss said you'd done really well.
Yeah, it really made my day.
But did you get a bonus as well as a compliment?
No, just a pat on the back.
Okay, so let's do them together. Now we got, she's made the big time as an actress. She can command 20 million a movie. Okay. Will never make the airport in time. The traffic's too bad. Yes, excellent. Number 3, what does she do for a living? She's a corporate lawyer. Number 4, you'll all have to do more overtime and work weekends. Okay, so which one should we make? Yes, that does it. I'm going to look for another job. Yes. All right. How much do you want to borrow? 20 pounds? Great, that will do fine. How much Spanish do you speak? Well, I can make myself understood. And I hear the boss said you've done really well. Yeah, it really made my day. That's excellent. Let's move to the next exercise. So we're going to complete these sentences with the phrasal verbs with do. Okay, so let me have a square around it to show it to you. Let's listen and complete.
Tape script 2.7. 1.
I'm so thirsty. I could do with a cup of tea.
2.
We've bought an old flat. We're going to do it up over the next few years.
3.
I think we should do away with the monarchy. They're all useless and expensive.
4.
I could never do without my personal assistant. She organises everything for me.
Okay, let's read the sentences together. So number 1, I am so thirsty. I could do with a cup of tea. I could do with a cup of tea. Okay, let me write it. I could do with a cup of tea. All right. Oh, we're missing a could here. So I could do with a cup of tea. Now let's go to number 2. We've bought an old flat. We're going to do it up over the next few years. We're going to do it up. Yes, excellent. I think we should, number 3, I think we should do away with the monarchy. They are all useless and expensive. So do away with. Very good. I could never do without my personal assistant. I could never do without my personal assistant. Now, I want you to check the dictionary to find out the meaning for do with, do up, do away with, and do without. How about we check the dictionary together? So here is the dictionary. So we can say do with. If we said what is the meaning of do with, so we can have, let's read the sentence we have, I could do with, not do with, so I could do with. So if I said I could do with something, okay, it means that you wanted very much. If you could do with something that you wanted very much, I could do with a rest. So this is one way of finding the meaning of the words. Now let's go to the second one, which is do up. If I wrote do up, do something up, okay? So, for example, to repair or decorate a building so that it looks attractive. I like to buy a rundown cottage that I can do up. Okay, now let's go to the third one we had, which is do away with. Let's find out together. Do away with something, to get rid of something or stop using something. You will find that it is really matching the sentence. If you used it with people, it would be like to murder them. Like if you check it here, do away with somebody, to murder someone. Now let's go to the last one, do without. Do without. To manage without having something. So if I said, for example, in the sentence we had, I could never do without my personal assistant. So it means that I cannot manage without having her. So I really need her. That's very good. Now let's go back to the exercises we have. We have making again, so, and with some phrasal verbs. So let's listen and complete them. 3, 2, 1, and action.
Tape script 2.8. 1.
Thieves broke into the castle and made off with jewellery and antique paintings.
2.
Jake's parents buy him loads of toys. They're trying to make up for always being at work.
3.
What do you make of the new boss? I quite like him.
4.
You didn't believe his story, did you? He made the whole thing up.
All right, let's answer them together. Now we have thieves broke into the castle and made off with jewelry and antique paintings. So made off with. Let's write it. Made off with. Now let's go to number 2. Jake's parents buy him loads of toys. They're trying to make up for always being at work. To make up for. Number 3, what do you make of the new boss? I quite like him. What do you make of? Number 4, you didn't believe his story, did you? It's easy to guess this one. He made the whole thing up. He made the whole thing up. That's very good. So if we try to check some of them in the dictionary, let's do it together for fun. Yay, we like to check the dictionary together. Yep. So let's have, for example, thieves broke into the castle and made off with jewelry and antique paintings. If we try to write made off, okay, well, let's try if we're gonna find it. Yes, so it means to steal something. So somebody broke into the shop and made off with several TVs and videos. Made off with, make off with. That's very good. Now let's check the second one we had, which is Jake's parents buy him loads of toys. They are trying to make up for always being at work. So make up for. Make up for something or make up for lost time, to take the place of something lost or damaged, to compensate for something bad with something good. So that's why they need to have, because they are not always there, so they are trying to give him something more, like give him more toys instead of the time that they don't spend with him. Now let's go to number 3. What do you make of the new boss? Make of. So let's write together, make of. So if you ask someone what they make of someone or something, you want to know their opinion about the person or thing, often because there is something strange about them. Okay, so what do you make of somebody? It means that you're asking about their opinion. Now let's go to the last one we have, which is, let's read it. Yes, he made the whole thing up. So we're going to write in the dictionary, make up. So you can say make something up, to invent something such as an excuse or a story, often in order to deceive someone. So to make something up, you're inventing like a story to deceive someone or to fool them. You know, I made up an excuse about having to look after the kids. Maybe she's skipping work or something. Or my dad was always really good at making up stories. Hopefully in a good way, not a bad way. So let's go together to our unit. We're almost there.